So you've just had interesting side commentary from a Zoom meeting I was on. How are we doing today? Is everybody feeling better than me? Who knows? Who knows? Did you know that I'm just telling people to come watch Cope? I want people to come watch me on Twitch, so I have to post things. Oh, yeah, we don't want that ad to run. Snooze ads. What happens when I snooze ads, it means that pre-roll ads start, and I don't understand what the difference is between... Oh, that's a fun one. I don't understand what the benefit of turning pre-roll ads off are. Does anybody know the benefit of turning off pre-roll ads? Somebody want to tell me the benefit of turning off pre-roll ads? I can't see my screen. Oh my gosh. The microphone is in the way of my screen. I need to... Oh, I could do that. Should we add that to my thing that I want? I probably need another arm. Okay, while we're at it. Ooh, that's a good question. What of my 97 emails am I using for this? So here I have this wish list. Again, I'm not making any money. It's like, whatever. Let's kill this because I have a Raspberry Pi. But what we need is like a laptop arm? Not a laptop, a monitor arm. And we'll find it on Amazon. Because I need this to be up higher so that my microphone's not in the way. And it's, or I can just get a whole new monitor, but I don't need anything more than these cheap ones, right? I don't understand. What's the difference between these knockoffs from China and like the Ergotrons that are $300? Does somebody want to explain the difference? Ooh, I like that. But I don't understand how going up and down makes a difference. Right? Like, I mean, definitely my work bought that for me, but does somebody want... Ooh, dual monitor arm. I have 2 monitors, but one's already on a stand. Like, if I was getting 2, up to 27 inches? No, it's like a 40-inch monitor. Not 40, it's 35. I have a 32-inch. 32 inches plus. That's what I have for both of them. Yeah, I don't understand why people are like, how somebody can turn around and charge $500 for one when these are just so cheap. Isn't that what I'm looking for? Yeah. Ooh, now that's fun. Should we add, see, but I don't understand. Will somebody please tell me? I do like that though. Why this is cool? Also, why is this $100 cheaper? Okay, we'll add this. No. Oh, there's no link. So what does it matter? I just need an image? I just need an image of this thing? Oh, I have to upload it. Well, let's just do it without the image. Oh, it's $500. It's $575, and I don't know why it costs that much. I would love to get this item. Do I sound like I have a cold? Allow me to see my monitors. Publish. There we go. 0 funded. Of course it's not funded. That's ridiculous. Why would anybody give me money for that? I have a job. Believe it or not, streaming on Twitch is not my job, but I'm not working today because Mariah has COVID. Mariah has COVID. Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. What do you need, my friend? Oh, I'm not going to draw anything for you. Here's the thing. I have somebody who does my drawings for me. So if I need any drawings done, I'll pay them. Anyway, yeah, I need some boost views, which means time to put Twitch on my phone. It's downloaded on my phone, I just need a login. And then I turn off the sound, and now I get a boost view. I've put it on my TV before, to get a boost view. Anyway, I was going to, if I hadn't already, just double check if this thing is ready to get merged. I may sneeze a couple times. Is this thing ready to get merged? I don't know. Did I merge the other one? Oh, I do have an exercise 4 though. I don't have that. But I do have this, so we can skip ahead to exercise 4. And the other thing we needed to do, sorry, I thought about this the other day. Before simple servers, I needed to add another thing here. Mux servers. I don't know enough about Mux servers, but this is, I think, something that there has to be some benefit that I need to learn about and educate people on. So, dot files I don't need to open right now, but I do have another repository that has, I don't think this has, I think I did merge this pull request. Awesome. So we can start on the next step here. we added a user, so the next step is start the game. So we need to add the endpoints for starting the game. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and do the test exercise. And we'll go forward with that. I think that'll be worthwhile to add the test exercise. Oh, there's an ad in progress. You can still see me. Oh, I should sub to myself. I'm gonna subscribe to myself. I won't make all the money back, but... Oh, I do have 2 Twitch accounts. That's another thing. That's another reason I can get extra votes. So, let's see if this alert works. Oh, yay! Thank you, Forge Foundation! The nonprofit that I just paid for with myself. For subscribing to me. That's so awesome! I'll subscribe back to you. And then I'll get the money back. You know. And I did pay 6 months in advance because it's just myself. It's like $30. Totally worth it. Because if we get to 10, I'm gonna do a special thing. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out. So let's go ahead. I don't need Zoom open. I do need why do I have so many? I don't need Chrome open. The only thing I use Chrome for is watching Netflix on my computer, which I don't do very much. So this is this is the right one. So NBIM, RESTful Go, servers, web frameworks. It's exercise 4, I believe, the one we're going to work on. Yes. Because I don't like exercise 3 is dumb. And this will have to have a copy of the framework as well. I mean, we don't really have to, so we'll just do framework _ test.go. Using the HTTP test package. I'll add that later. Add some tests to your for your endpoints, your newly created. Add some tests for at least one of your newly created. So let's just do that. Some tests for at least one of your newly created endpoints. You should have one test that checks for a 200s class error and one that tests for a 400s class error. You can add additional test validations if time allows. time allows. So that should work. That's pretty good, right? I need to add HTTP test. Oh look, it's right there. Somebody already did that for you. I'm just gonna take this. And something I actually had to look up is doing tests in Chi. Examples if you chose to. Let's do this. To write a test. Ooh. That's awesome. Hi guys. Hi chat. I don't want to force them to use a web framework. So I think I'm gonna add a note here. Note. You do not have to do this with a web framework. If you choose to with a web framework, feel free. That might be a little confusing. Free to use the standard library net.http tooling if you are more comfortable. The options for using a web framework are just to try your hands at evaluating popular open source tools, but just like adding any tool to your software stack, there are risks and rewards. That's it. The other thing, Fiverr, the other thing I needed to add here is that this uses fast HTTP. This is a big benefit for some people. So I don't know if I want to add that as a note or not, but I did want this to be like that. So I hope that makes sense. Cool. Right, if you chose to here are some examples of tests for the above open source frameworks. Let's say that. The above open source frameworks. Does me narrating help? Because I feel weird not doing it. And I will get to code, but The purpose of the stream is to work on the course content. I just have to have code to supplement it. Because if I don't work on the course content, I'm setting aside time to do it. There was on the library, they literally told you how to do testing, and get started. Yes, this is what I needed. Let's see if Golang Gin testing has something. I do have COVID. I tested positive yesterday and today. So if I cough or sneeze, I apologize. I don't think it'll happen. Ooh, that's nice. There we go. I want it to be from their docs if possible. I just say that because I have a sneeze coming on. I really do appreciate when people write this stuff because I write stuff like that. So I'm not saying don't. Do they have testing? Oh, they might. There we go. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I want it to be official documentation that I link on here. Everybody knows how to Google stuff themselves. And I am not surprised that blogs come up first because they have way better SEO than some of these self-rolled doc sites are going to. But cool. We should. So. This is. No, I don't want that. I don't know what I was trying to say. If I can only focus on so many things at once, then please enjoy the music while I am not speaking. I did merge this. So I changed a lot of this since I did it last time. Which is fine. The biggest thing I changed is I added a database, which I don't mind having in an example thing. I don't know if it makes a ton of sense to I don't need it in main, that's the truth. So, I do to run it, but I don't need it in main for tests. So let's just copy it over to the other one. But what I do need is the validations that I have on the other side. I only need the handler funcs. Everything else is handled by the test framework. And let's make it so it doesn't need this. I don't know. Let me give myself a minute. Thing is, with the mocks, I could mock out different conditions that would return errors. And essentially, I could create a database without having a database. So This stuff currently... Oh, I fell another C's. Which is why I stopped the second one. It uses a database? It's part of state? And I think that's fine. So I guess my thought would be... keep the setup function, and then... like, they could have like a template with the setup function in it. Because we're not talking about mocks yet. That comes later, but we don't need that. We don't need any of this stuff. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm thinking, right here, we'll keep this here. We'll have a check if username is empty, and that should return 401. And we'll add a to-do. Get music from database. Return 500 on error. And then return username and 200. Yeah. Now I know in my example one I'm not currently doing that. I'm also doing an upsert. Here we go. This is a much better template than the other one. So I may give them, this is an example template. And then I can use everything the same over here. We just get rid of this. We still use the setup. Just get rid of that. And then we can get rid of this test. Get rid of this test. That's, oh, I'm glad that I pulled them out into individual tests. That's real nice. Also, having everything vague without a template is like exactly how you did things in like when I was in physics. It was always like, here's the example in class. Now go do your homework starting from nothing and have it be 500 times harder. Oh, that's tart. Yeah, I'm gonna take this and we're gonna put it in the other one. We also don't need a main function here. Not for tests. So That's all we need. So that's super easy. And now I can go over here. See, I knew it would be so easy. All I need... Oh, I need this over here. Oh, it is a $400 in dollar. No, 401, 401, something else. Oh. There is an ad starting in 2 minutes. The ads are running at 30-minute intervals because if they run at 30-minute intervals, I get 55% of the ad revenue. Oh, somebody messaged me about being a DRE. Also, EOS Fitness keeps trying to call me. My dryer's done. Oh. Apple just told me that I paid $200. I mean $30, not $200, which I did. Oh. One of my viewers has gone because I no longer have my Twitch app open. Okay. Just need to all say 400. And then we go over here. This will be done in the next exercise, so I'm gonna leave that as a to-do. It's a little weird. Let's go add that to the README. Oh no, there's an error. Undeclared user data on 24. Oh yeah. That is true. And this is why you have a linter, guys, so that it always shows you what's correct and not correct. What do you mean it's unused? It's used right there. Oh. You're right, they're not used. They're only used in tests, which is fine. But I should be able to go. Oh. Oh, he's right. But I don't need you anymore. Oh, did I delete the wrong one? Oh, I did. It should be failed. Empty. These are the ones that should be there. $11. That shouldn't be a problem. 30 shouldn't be a problem. 35. Yep. So now, oh, I just need the router. Cool. It's just fine. It's pretty easy. I just need to update these to actually work correctly. Since I'm not using the database. Because I don't need to. I do need to use it in the service. I don't need to use it in the examples because we have a whole entire data dedicated to databases. Test failed, delete username empty. Does not exist. That is correct. So we'll need to add that. Bad request. Undeclared router. They need, all these routers need to be dot equals. Oh, come on, guys. Should be a really good use case of event macro, but you have to think hard to use those, and I'm not in a think hard mood today. Outer is router. Oh, I didn't fix that function. 74. Oh, that is $85.99. Cool. Now that should run. Oh, we wanted a 400, but we got a 200. That means my test isn't working correctly. Oh. That's correct. That should be this. Okay. The melody was enough to rewrite my story. There's no place I would rather be than in the light of your sun. It changes everything. There's no face I would rather see. So I wanted to take the web framework from 3 and put it in 2. Just so you know, the exclamation point lets me run terminal commands. And I've got another sneeze. That may or may not happen. Delete the other one.
We fall apart. You break my heart. I say I don't need you anymore. I'm all alone. Pick up the phone. I call and we start all over again. I don't know why we do this, but every time we find ways through it, run around, up and down, but it's worth it when you're with me. I don't know why we do this, but every time we find ways through it, run around, up and down, but I guess we're just meant to be. We're just meant to be.
My Roomba can't charge.
We're just meant to be. I throw you things, you start to scream. We lose our minds when it comes to love. We feel the rage, the love anyway. That's just what you do when you feel this much.
Yeah.
Don't know why we do this, but every time we find ways through it, run around, up
Oh yeah, I need to update that meetup stuff. I run a ton of software meetups, tech meetups, and like yeah, update my events. Sometimes I fall behind. Directory. Also, you know, not this whole not speaking is really helping abate the urge I have to sneeze. Is abate the right word there? Makes me not want to sneeze. I think this is also an example. That is an example. With the other one, people had to download the stuff and fill in, with my last one, and fill in templates. Oh, in a main function, yeah. Of a finished, right? Because it could have many solutions. Exercise. That means people don't actually have to download this one, which may be good or bad. Like, with my last one, everybody had to fork the repo to complete the exercises. I'm not doing that this time. Because it's too easy. Oh, I didn't get the fiber tests. Did I get the fiber tests? I did get the fiber test. I just didn't paste it. Here we go. Well, this should be good enough. What's my branch called? It's called servers, right? Perfect. That means that this is ready for review, and we can go back to working on code. No, not get rebase. So cool. We'll reword this one. We'll do this, and we'll do that. And then I'll just put a different title on the commit page. I like that. So this would be I know I added things. Ooh, I should remove that. I need to remove the other one. Yeah, so let's I'm gonna remove the one that says web frameworks. There we go. And that should be good. I do want 3 commits on this one. Because I wanted 1 commit for every initial exercise, and that way if I edit an exercise, that goes in its own commit. I never thought about Git commit history this much until my current job. But definitely with this job I have now, I think about my Git commit history all the freaking time. Because if it's wrong, somebody will come and chew me up. So I'm gonna enable auto merge. Oh, I need to edit this. Okay. And then save. I was gonna add some stuff here. Draft of exercise instructions and finished examples to the RESTful Go section of the web services course. Update comment. Cool. We'll do an auto merge. Ooh, no. Why does my build fail? Oh.
I see a city full of broken faith, hearts in
Did I not go get it?
wondered by the faraway.
It's interesting.
We are worlds apart. Sometimes that is just the way we are. Just the way we are.
Oh, it doesn't have a Go mod, does it? Oh, it does. I don't know what the problem is. It's right there. It's not the right Go version, though. Oh, it is! I don't have Go 120 on my computer? Oh, we need to add Go 120. No! Who did that? Oh, I don't have Windows.
Just the way we are. Were you even listening? No. I waited for your go ahead, but you were still on to everything and nothing. Oh, your head stuck in another land, making all these other plans. I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying to break you out of your own mind. I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Let's go back to being 17 before we lost it.
Oh no.
I know you've been wondering, is this what I really wanted? I didn't think so.
That's disgusting. My nephew, he's 20. No, he's 21. He turns 22 in November, so he's 21. For context, I'm 29. So my nephew's 21. He's got a girlfriend. He just updated his Facebook picture. A kid who doesn't even use Facebook updated his Facebook picture to be a picture of him and his girlfriend. It's disgusting.
Just see how far you've really come. Wake up, baby, feel the sun. I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying to break you out of your own mind.
So it's absolutely disgusting. I am glad that he can be hopelessly in love, but seriously.
Go back to being 17 before we lost it. I know you've
We need to update our Go version.
This is what I really wanted.
Also, I don't know why this failed. Also, my things don't need to build. Well, not that one. That one doesn't need to build. That one does need to build. Does it build? Go build -v /. What happens when I run this locally? Sorry. Okay, yeah. Yay. Oh, it does build. Okay. It does build. Let's run a go mod tidy again. Go mod verify. Is it under workflows? What are... Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm not even linting it, am I? Why am I not linting it? I don't need to build. I just need to lint. I have linting on a different one. Oh. Should I open it in a new thing? I think it's on my meetup chat server. Oh, people are joining my Discord. You know how exciting that is? No, it's not there. Then let's see. Go meta. No, go. Thanks CI lint. GitHub action. Yeah, if they have an official action, that's what I should be running. Yeah, I have this somewhere. I don't know where I have it. Ooh. Let's do that. This should be 4 though. And this should be 1 up. Let's see if Neo formats it with something. I don't need a build step. Should we add a new commit that says update linter? Yeah, we should. Add linting step. I don't need a build, like... I don't also need a force. Like two, yeah, I really don't need a build step. In this, like, it doesn't make sense to have a build step. But... It definitely does make sense to have a lint step. I thought I...
Some kind of way. I'm gonna dive right in. I don't care.
Yeah, this is just setting up the runner.
I think I know what I want. Come on and vibe with me. Don't let it go. I just want you to stay.
Because these aren't real working. It's like this isn't real working, so it doesn't make any sense to have a build step. Because not all of the files are going to build. Like, some of them are going to be like, insert code here, and so it's like just empty functions or whatever, so it doesn't make any sense. To like have a build step. Oh, the lint failed. Why'd the lint fail? Why does it exited with code 3? Failed to run goenv? What? It doesn't like... It doesn't like the fact that my Go mod's a layer up from everything else. But like, I don't need a Go here. I also don't need a Docker file. We can clean that up later, but like... Whatever. I don't care that much. Is it worth my time to fix it right now? No. Go back. Somebody wants to fix that, fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw this in my Discord under code review. And that should be good to go. I added a channel to Discord for code reviews. I don't need one to merge it, but it'll be nice. Okay, so now we're working on step 2, which is start a game. So once I have the mechanics of the game, then I'm gonna start adding stuff for other things. I already have a lot of the database stuff I need for the database part of the course. Oh, there's an ad in progress. I totally missed that. I have a lot of database stuff that I needed for the database part of the course. What I need, though, for the rest of the course is, like, the middleware and monitoring part. And, like, that's going to be super critical and something that's really hard to do on, like, not a real thing. So... Oh, cool. Do I have my steps? Oh, how to play. Add your user. add instructions here. So we need to start a game. To do that, we'll need to go. So we already have a couple of, see, this is the middleware stuff that we need to add. So we already have a register route. We should have a game route, and then we should have create. We talked about some of, so we need to have a create game, a join game, and a stop, okay, so we need to create game, a join game, a game status, and then a game stop, I think. And stop should it'll basically mark a session as stopped. I don't think we need to delete game because we don't want to remove game history, but we do want to stop game. So we'll do the same thing. So we'll do. Is it listening to me? It's not. That's how large language models work. They are really good at predicting. And since everything here says game, it kind of knows that. So we don't need a username here. But I like the fact that it thought of a game ID. Create. So we don't need another route. So we'll just do an r.get for a start game. Yeah. And this one should have a game ID. We did those above. Well, with this one, we had a username that was a name. Oh yeah, so I can do this .route game ID, and then this would have a join game. And then we should have, ooh, I like leave game. Game status. Game history, no, I don't think game history makes sense. Because it's 20 questions. Oh, game history could make sense. But what if instead of game history, right, because then we could get all the questions asked, we call it game summary? Look at all of these functions I don't have. Scores we don't need, and then we'll do get. I love the fact that we can just do this. I'm not using any non-get commands, so perfect. We are going to have to add stuff to the database for this, though. Oh, look. So now we have a start game, join game. Ooh, we should have a different one up here, though. The stop is fine for stop abandoned. Oh, I did have a game history, so that's fine. And then we should have an r.get, not history, but this is game.abandon? Get abandoned games, yeah. That should be all of the routes that I had in mind. Let's put this up here. That's better, a little bit more organized. Can you even see that? No, it's 2 here. Will it even focus on you? I don't think my focus will fix you. No, not the focus. There we go. See, it's a gopher. I just had that hidden. You're right, it is undefined. I don't have an interface here, though. No, I don't have a get device. Who has a get health? That's just a thing. This is start game. My you completeness still doesn't work. But I usually don't miss it. Because Copilot's so fantastic. Oh look. See, and it's gonna basically do everything I already have. But we don't... Ooh. Should we provide the username parameter? That's a good question. Because we need somebody to be the game host. How should we deal with username? How should we deal with username? So right now this doesn't have a username parameter anywhere. So I don't know if I can just throw that at the end of the get. Like, to me, I would make best as like a not necessarily like a parameter, not necessarily like part of the thing, but you could do like a something where the example would be localhost. Okay, yeah, let's just start with the API. Game dash start. And then instead of doing that, you would do username equals ... Like, to me, that makes the most sense over putting it directly in the address. For this case, because like I don't think oh, we also need a game question. Like, if you're building a front end, you would say, okay, start game, then you would say, invite players, right? You would say, send this link to invite players, and then you would have some point that say, add a question. So, like, you have to have something in. So this is exactly when it would be super nice to have a middleware to be able to authenticate the user using some kind of token and just say, oh, you are the host of the game. We don't have to do any kind of gameplay semantics at this point, do we? Like, we don't have to give them any commands to play the game. We could just say you're in a game, and then you've left a game. So, and then the database could store everything for right now. Because we wouldn't need, and then we'll let the middleware manage the authentication and also like the, oh, my shoes has been delivered! You want to see? Who wants to see my shoes? Does anybody know the word twitcher-pated? From Bambi? The movie we all try to forget. Raise your hand if you want me to unbox my shoes. Okay, I'm gonna go get them. Enjoy the music while I go grab my shoes. Literally 30 seconds.
Let's get to work.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top. Drop. Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
Oh, I'm intoxicated. I got a legend on the way. I'm falling for you, baby. What can I do to make you stay? The bassline's taking over. We've come too far to turn around. So turn the music louder and let my feet not touch the ground. I'm in a daze and you're driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running out. 'Cause I'm in a daze and you're driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running wild. Running wild. Oh yeah. Running wild. Oh yeah. Running wild. Oh yeah. Running wild. Oh yeah. Running, running wild, running wild. Oh yeah. Running, running wild, running wild. Oh yeah. You're making me colder. You make me wanna settle down, down. Get married and have a daughter, and live forever sweet and sound. But if I'm moving too fast for you, tell me honestly, what should I do? And if we're grooving too soon, let the playlist make the move. 'Cause I'm in a daze and you're driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running wild. 'Cause I'm in a daze and you're driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running wild. Running wild. Oh yeah. Wild. Oh yeah. Running, running wild, running wild. Oh yeah. Running, running wild, running wild.
Silence fills this empty space, and I can't get out the stain you left on everything. Yeah, you're all over me, but I'm not over you. Time hasn't healed, cause I still feel the bruise. I don't wanna do this anymore. If I'm better off without you, then why don't I feel any better? Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but then I can put them back together. Why do I try when I won't change my mind? If I'm better off without you, then why don't I feel any better? Paper cuts don't hurt like this, and I'm so nervous I keep biting my lip. I've been checking my phone, but there's nobody there, so everyone knows that I can't even care unless I'm hearing back from you. If I'm better off without you, then why don't I feel any better? Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but then I can put them back together. Why do I try when I won't change my mind? If I'm better off without you, then why don't I feel any better?
tables when we were younger. Wish I could change you. We fell out. We were the stars with no light. We're the snow in July. We're the earth with a light. I keep asking myself, how's it happened? Now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking, all that. You must be missing me so bad. When you left, you said that I don't deserve you, but I can see that you don't wanna lose what we had. Oh, you're the one that I need. Let's just take it slow and just breathe. Loving someone is not easy, you know, but it makes us feel alive. So we go with the flow.
miles of sky. Oh, we see the lights that shine from heaven. It's paradise. With every minute we have tonight, let's push the limits. Like we're living on the earth's edge. We have got tonight with just a little time to be the best we've ever been. We cannot reach the end if we don't take a chance. Living on the earth's edge. Feel an explosion in my soul. Oh, where this night will end up, I don't know. Oh, see the lights that shine from heaven. It's paradise. With every minute we have tonight, let's push the limits. Like we're living on the earth's edge. We have got tonight with just a little time to be the best we've ever been. We cannot reach the end if we don't
Oh my goodness, my mic's been muted that long? Who muted my mic? I muted my mic probably like an hour ago. Thank you for telling me. It's like, does it say pilfers? I muted it like an hour ago when I went to go get my shoes. That were delivered to my house, so everybody just gotta go listen to the cool music. But thanks for joining us. This is your first time in chat, so pilfers. Cool. So that should work just fine. Oh, it's a value of type int64. Yeah, there aren't very many Go streams anymore. There used to be a whole lot more, but now people just do front-end stuff, because it's way more interesting to do front-end stuff on a stream than it is to do back-end stuff. I don't think that this is going to be what I want. Because I could delete something. So. I don't think this is what I want. Any reason I didn't choose to use SQL C? Just because I just kind of like to do it myself a little bit. It's a weird. I like to have control. Look at that. Of course, Brad just left a big old to-do just in the standard library. I work with Brad at Tailscale, so. There's no reason to not use SQL C. Like 100% use SQL C. Especially since I do like, where is it? Have everything right here. I just like to have a lot of control over my database, but 100% SQL C is a fantastic use case for this. And when I give the course that I'm building this for, which is the Web Services course with O'Reilly, I will definitely talk about SQL C, because a lot of people will prefer to do it that way. I just am weird, I guess. Number of rows affected should always be 1. I really wish I could get this without doing a query. I wonder, let's see what they've got. How am I handling migrations? Oh, I'm not handling migrations. Because this is a one-off example that I probably will never use. Like, it's literally the game 20 questions. So I'm ignoring migrations. There's a couple of ways I've seen it done. Am I doing a serial on that? I might. The problem is right now I'm doing serial and I'm having the database create it, so the only way to get it is to query it back. But I could definitely have, if I have the app create the ID, stuff. Anyway. Let me think about if I want to keep doing serial for my primary key or if I want to manage it in the app. There might be some benefits to managing the ID in the app, being that I don't know. Anyway, there might be some benefits for it. Ooh, with a returning ID. Oh, I like that. That's smart. That's much better. I like that. Then I only have to do one thing. But I don't know how the exec would handle that. That would have to be a weird select thing. Anyway, talking about migrations. I 100% have used Goose in the past, and I recommend Goose. And if you're comfortable with SQL, it's a good command. I've seen people use PGX to do database migrations. If you're doing Postgres, that's a good tool. Just don't roll anything. Just avoid rolling database migrations yourself. That's the end-all be-all of database migrations, is just avoid rolling it yourself. And then people still roll their own database migrations, so I have no need for it here. Like, none. My database right now is only a Docker container, which is not running. And there's no persistence. So if I don't persist anything, then there is no need for migrations at all. Like I said, it's an example use case for an online course. So, like, I don't need persistence. But 100%, I think when I talk about migrations, I'll bring up Goose. I know there's a couple other tools people have used, but that I've heard of, but people just use Who the heck ruined this icon? That's a pile of garbage icon. Pile of garbage icon. What was I looking up? Oh, Postgres insert returns. Oh, I should have returning. If I do an on conflict, I should return an error. Where returning DID. But if I did an on conflict, where would the returning go? Well, let's just try it. I just don't know where that would go in this exec. Returning ID for sure. Yes, but last insert ID doesn't correspond to this ID column. according to the docs. I am using SQLX. I thought it wasn't going to correspond to that with the docs. That's what my thought was. That's why I removed that. Because originally, that's what I had. Oh, I still need the on conflict. I don't want it to do nothing. Oh, there shouldn't be an on conflict. There should be no on conflict. A host can create as many games as they want. Yeah, so last insert ID. No. So if I save this, I'm using SQLX because I like it. Well, what do you mean I have an extra thing? I do not. Oh, that needs to be a string again. No, this needs to be an int64. Which is fine, I guess, because I'm using serial and primary key, it should correspond to an int64. But, like, if I didn't, typically it will be from an auto increment column when inserting in the next row. Oh, typically it will be. Gotcha. Gotcha. Why the heck are you not showing me this? Where, anyway. Okay. I just read the docs wrong. We're good. int64 or big int, okay. That's fine. I broke my interface though, I think. Oh yeah, that's why I don't do the nil. I just return it as is. Which, you know, whatever. Need to go fix this to be an int64. We're gonna change this to be an int64. There we go, we should be fine. And I should actually return the game object, right? Not the int64 ID. That would make more sense. So this should be a game. Oof. If I choose red sauce or green sauce at Beto's? You know, Beto's and Ranch, if you choose between Beto's and Rancheritos, that puts you living much closer to me than I originally anticipated. I would do green sauce because they tend, that's the flavor palette I like. But don't they have two green sauces? One, the mild creamy one, and the other red one. The red one being much spicier. Beto's and Rancheritos are Utah local for anybody who watches the after stream and is really confused. Now you're in Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, I gave you the correct answer, so now we can be friends. That works. Tomatillo is the one I prefer as well. Creme is just sour cream. I love sour cream. Did I call that game? Yeah, I did. We don't need a start time yet, or an end time. Ooh, I almost always get, just a basic, I always get the carne asada fries burrito. Extra cheese and sour cream. I don't go there enough to have a favorite. You're right, I can't, but I almost always do the carne asada fries burrito. Oh, thank you for that follow. Now we're at 503. 503 followers. We hit 500 last stream, and now we're at 503. And that's a big print F. Where am I doing a print F? Error F. Needs 0 args but has 1. I'm not doing a printf in database game. What? North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. That's very different. That's very humid, but not as snowy. That's the end of it. Where? I'm not doing printf. Needs. I must be messing something up. Somewhere. No, that's fine. Murray and I guess if you're gonna say Murray and Maine, a nice. North Carolina is not the compromised climate, and I don't think it's also halfway in between, but it's definitely a good distance from both. Like a healthy distance for your mental health. My goodness. Okay, so there wasn't an issue. It was just the compiler being an idiot. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That's a little bit better. Yeah, and it should return game. It shouldn't return... because it's creating a game in both senses of the word. Exactly, family. Well, yes. Like, not game ID. Ooh, now this is an interesting thing. Traffic and inversion. I totally get that, even though, I mean, traffic's definitely picked up recently. We have, since COVID, inversion's actually been pretty reasonable. Here's the thing. Question is, what do I do with this game? I don't need to return the entire game. I can just return the game ID. That's fine. I did extra work I don't need to do. The reason being, the game doesn't need to be tracked in memory, it only needs to be tracked in the database. So right now, if I get anything way complicated, whatever. Your car keys kept getting stolen? In Utah? Where were you in Utah where people kept stealing your car keys? There is an ad starting in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I guess by the time you hear this, because there is a slight delay. Valley Fair Mall. Yes, don't go to Valley Fair Mall and you won't have your car keys stolen. End of discussion. So there's a 20-second delay. So in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, an ad will start. The ads roll every 30 minutes for a minute and 30 seconds. That will stop pre-roll ads. And then yeah, it was a minute to 30 seconds. It stops pre-roll ads and whatever drug. So, pilfers. If your cars kept getting stolen, you know, the Honda Civic is the #1 most common theft thing in the U.S. People really like Honda Civics because they're easy to steal. Yes. So, and then the other thing, my niece has a 1990 or 89 Honda, no, I think it's a 93 Honda Civic that got stolen one time. They then spray painted it and then stuck a whole ton of pot in the trunk and left it parked in front of a house. The cops found it literally like a week and a half later, and it smelled so bad. And they found it on a drug bust. So she got her car back. It wasn't a hatchback. It was just a black regular Honda Civic. And it was stolen from Southtown Mall, not from Valley Fair Mall, because she worked in high school, you know. Worked at the Southtown Mall. There we go. Now, if they're storing everything in the database, I can have multiple games running at once and nobody would. It doesn't have to do any stupid. Anyway, yeah, they got it back really fast. And you can thank the Sandy City Police for doing drug busts and finding a car that now, I don't know if it still smells like pot, but it did for several months. But yeah. Ads start in 3 seconds. So yeah, moral of the story, don't get a Honda Civic. That should work. This will allow me to run more than one game at once. What do you mean? Told you, it's not a real problem. Error F. I don't have any print Fs. I only have error F. And it does have an argument. So I don't know what your deal is. Should I keep this? Or just return that? I like the granularity for the error. Where it's green? Utah, hey, this year with all, it's very green this year. This year, we've had a ton of snow and it's very green. Other years, I totally get it. Okay, so... Oh my gosh. Housing in Utah is ridiculous. I got my house in 2019. So I only spent... I don't know what the price per square foot is. Let me just get you that. So it's $16.60. I'll do the other way around. 70. Well, I spent 82 with the closing costs. Okay. Oh, my ads are not back yet. Really? I spent that much per square foot? And how much is it now? Oh. Got hit with ads finally. It says it'll be... Okay. Let's hit that delay. There we go. Okay. So, you should be back from the ads. I don't know why it takes forever to roll after it says it's starting and then it doesn't actually do anything. So I got my house in 2019. And I just did the math. So I paid $170 a square foot in 2019. Right now, the valuation of my house is $235 a square foot. So I have 1,600 square feet. And that's insane. Like, housing in Utah is insane right now. The only thing that makes me feel better is housing in San Francisco is worse. So I'm glad you're actually able to get a house. My sister is looking to buy a house right now, her first one. And I told her she can't leave Utah because her 2-year-old niece, my 2-year-old niece, her daughter's too cute. So they're looking to buy a house, and yeah, it's like $420,000 for a townhome is kind of what they're looking at, and it's ridiculous. For what Utah was 5 years ago. And they won't, I don't know. With what they're building, they are doing a new bill to try and encourage homeowners, which is, I think, how they're even getting into a house, but it's a whole bunch of garbage. Okay. Let's add a test. Oh, I think I already added a test. Which one am I in? No. Oh, do I do need to add a test? So func, test, start game, and start game fail. I would not. Yeah, that's a good deal for $250. Oh, and that much space. An acre and a quarter, and just over an acre is a lot of space. And yeah, definitely less land. Like I said, it's better than San Francisco, which is like the only consolation we have at all. And like, so people from California are moving to Utah. They're like, yay! Cheap housing. And we're sitting here like, what? What do you mean cheap? This isn't a cheap house. This is the worst house ever. So, good for you. But definitely, I live in Spanish Fork, so the houses are definitely cheaper in Spanish Fork than Cottonwood Heights, and I get fiber internet, and I'm not in Cottonwood Heights. Like, I don't know, I don't have any desire to live in Salt Lake County. I am happy in Spanish Fork. I have a Costco and places to take my dogs on walks, and that's all that matters to me. But, I should be able to just add this up here, test game start. Oh. Is it called game start? Did I call it test start game? Okay. So I can just do the exact same thing with this. I do not like how boilerplate these tests are, but what tests are not boilerplate? Like, has anybody got a good answer for that? Because I don't. We don't need to test if the username's empty because we're already handling that. So we should only be testing this. I've already abstracted the database. So we should be good. The difference is this shouldn't be status okay on start game. It should be status created. And this should still be 500. So we should be okay. Oh, let me save that. Uh-oh. Test pass start game doesn't exist? What do you mean? It's right there. Uh-oh. It should be called test pass start game. And this should be called test fail start game. I hope that anybody that takes this course really appreciates the amount of copy and paste effort I put into this garbage. Cannot create new paths. Does not implement database connection. Wrong method. Create game. Oh, it's an int64. I was like, what? It's just fine. What are you talking about? That should be just fine. S-pass, that's because this is called S-fail for the fail router. It's not. That is correct. T.run. Create game fail. No, it works. It works sometimes. There, it works. Multiple Farkle implementation, like Farkle the game. Yeah, somebody told me that a good way to learn a language was to, like, implement a game in that language, like a CLI game. And I had never thought of that. And it was during the stream that I was, like, doing this, and which is the only reason why I'm implementing the game 20 questions in Go, is because it was on the brain. I'm like, what can I do with Go that would be a good test case for a course? Like, I don't want it to actually do anything. I don't want to build anything real that I have to maintain, but I want it to be, like, easy to understand valuable code. And Go, I guess games, because the rule set is so well used, like, it, anyway. So, yeah, 100%, work on your Rust. Rust is something I need to do. 100, like, I want to learn Rust so bad. Like, my goal for this year is to learn Rust, and then I got approved for this brand new Go course that I'm going to teach with O'Reilly, and now I have to do the content for that, and that's more Go, that's not Rust. And I wanted to do Rust. So basically, moral of the story is I need to propose a Rust course for O'Reilly, which forces me to learn Rust. I just need to, like, do it a year ahead. And the other thing, too, that I just realized today is I hate algorithms. Hate them. But games would force me to also practice algorithms, because, like, one of the things I wanted to do for my test is, like, one of the things I wanted to do is basically make it so that spelling didn't matter. Like, if somebody made a spelling mistake, it could still be a correct guess. Like, if somebody was, like, trying to get you to guess camera, and you flipped the R and the A at the end, and then, like, but they have algorithms for that already, so I get to practice implementing algorithms too, with something I already understand the use case for, and I just don't know why I never thought about doing games. Maybe it's because I'm a physicist and we think games are stupid. I don't know. I am a physicist. by training. And I just, maybe nobody's ever said, hey, Mariah, why don't you just practice doing games? They're always like, do advent of code. And I'm like, I hate advent of code. There's no reward in it for me. But making a game has a reward, because then you can like share it to somebody and say, hey, look, play this game. Rust is daunting. I love low-level code and reverse engineering. I know a few different machine languages well enough. Rust is more complicated to... Rust seems more complicated to you, though. Yes! I mean, like, I've done a little Rust, and it's definitely complicated, but I think there's a lot of intent behind the things they chose to make complicated, and that's what makes Rust different than other complex languages, I think. Like C++ or C can get complicated really easily, but there's not as much intention behind it. Functional languages can get complicated really easily, and those don't feel to be as intentional as Rust seems. Rust feels very intentional. Go also feels very intentional, but they're very different. Like, Go's also not complicated, and I think that's part of why it's intentional. How you feel the intention in Go, I guess. Okay, one endpoint implemented of like 15. But the good news is I am trying to do a lot of the patterns that I want to do for the course exercises. So for the course exercises for the database stuff, day 2, where's day 2? Day 1 wraps up. So day 2 for the exercises, like this one, we're talking about doing using interfaces and basically database abstraction. Hey, see you. Go eat. Oh, it's your dinner time. Your wife is home with your lunch? It's like 5 o'clock. Whatever. Enjoy your lurk. I'll be here. So the wrap, like, yes, but I've used an interface to abstract that so I can mock. I see mocking and tests. Another reason to add the abstraction with the implement is so that you can, switch out your back end. Integration testing will be interesting. I do know, I don't have that many exercises here. Oh, this was supposed to be... Some of these were supposed to be like live coding. So... I think I'll be showing a lot of code with the integration testing. I just won't necessarily have an exercise with it, it seems like. So I do have most of the code ready for that. So then once we're done with that, it's just the auth, the middleware, test for the middleware, which will be doing things like having the host ID or the game ID in the header, which I think we should have the game ID in the header every time anyway. And then the last one would be adding monitoring endpoints. So I'll have to... that one I wanted to have something set up for, so that they could just use it. So I have to do all of that in this. I'm going to have to set up more time to build this if I'm going to do freaking monitoring in it. Like... Oh. My brother-in-law just FaceTimed me so I could talk to my niece. And I am still on Twitch. So, that's true. Also, I need to figure out how to stream earlier in the day. I don't like to stream early in the day. I like to stream at night. but people watch in the morning. So, okay. Server setup had my functions. Ooh, request IDs, real IP. See, real IP would be the one that I think I need for the where I set the base URL. Also the recoverer. Let's do this last. Abandoned. So I'm actually gonna move that to the bottom and then move it to the top later. So we know we have join, which is, you're right, it doesn't exist. We're right here. State.join. No, that's not it. It is game ID join. Oh, yeah, but we should have username as an option. That way, if they don't have a username, they can add one. We need to do the same thing we did earlier. And then here, but we also want to if we need to be able to create a user. So right now, if they're not providing a user ID, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do S, and we're just gonna like generate a random name. Should we have a list of random names that we use? I think for now we can. No, we're not gonna get a user ID. We're going to... Is it called create user or upsert username? Oh, we should upsert username. And it should be random. So we'll just have a var just for now. Random names. This is something Copilot's really good at, is generating random names. And these would be random usernames. Just like that. Or should they be fun? Kind of like how, like Docker does. So like we could do one like quirky turtle. Alpha penguin. Oh, come on. Oh, let's just go to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT give us like a list of like 30 fake game usernames. Right? That's what ChatGPT is for when you don't want to think. Oh my goodness, just log in. You know what I am, ChatGPT. Give me a list of 30 gamer usernames. See? And those will just be all the names in my list. Neon Ninja? Perfect. You're awesome. Iron Giant. See? Now I don't have to think of them. No. See? Okay, should we do a macro for this? So I do Q, W. So now I'm recording on W. So I go Shift A, that, down, Shift I, backspace, escape, Shift A, that, comma. Now I press Q again. No. Now I press escape, Q. And now I do, I have 3 of them. So should I do 26W? That didn't, oh, how do I, I forget how to play macros in Vim. It's like %sign something. Yes, I know. I already did the stupid Q. Oh, there it is. 26 at W. What? U. Wasn't that what I was supposed to do? Oh, I think I'm supposed to do it like this. 26 at W. Oh, it worked. But it was supposed to be like this. 26 at W. Haha! And that is how you do macros in Vim that I never remember how to do. And now I have random names. And so now I can just seed the random number from 1 to 30, right? And then I should just be able to do that. Oh, except for I should say that username equals that. Username equals that. Insert new user if not exists. Right? Okay, that's good. Game ID equals chai parameter. Game ID, yes it does. If game ID does not equal anything, we do want to send a 400. And then, if the game ID does exist, that's when we want to do s dot add user to game username game ID. That sounds about right. Error. Do I have an error before? No, I don't. And then if error equals nil, 500. Otherwise, user return. Oh, we have a game ID already. We should just do response, text. No, I can. Yeah, I do want the sprintf. Response, text. Yeah, username joined game. That's all I want. Now in here, there's only... Ooh. This is my preview warning. An ad is starting in 1 minute and 20 seconds, or give or take like 15 or 20 seconds. If these ads roll every half hour for a minute and a half, the way around it is 100% subscribing. I am just experimenting with this. If you do not like the way ads roll, please let me know. You can do it in Twitch chat, or you can just let me know on Discord. Those are the two best ways to contact me, or Discord or Twitch chat. But enjoy the ads. There we go. And then we will write bytes response text. Yep, that looks about right. I don't think that there is a better response code than 200 for this. No content, partial content, multi-status, already reported, IM used. No. Yeah, I think okay is fine. Cool, so now we need to go here. Not there. But to game. And we need to func C client it's called add user, I believe is what we called it. Add user to game. Oh, it's very specific. Add user to game. We need a username, username and a game ID. Update game. Yes, we should only update the games. Append the player. Where game ID is that? Yeah, that's 100% the exact right thing. Unable to add user. Otherwise, it's a nil. That looks right. The only thing I want to do first is check the game status. Oh, so let's do this. Check if game is full or started. We don't. Yeah. The reason being, we shouldn't add a user if the host has, well, if the guessing has already started, right? If the answer guessing
You came into my life, so unexpected.
pre-roll ads have been disabled for 41 minutes.
You know you're just my type, so I'll give you all my loving.
One cheesesteak later? That was fast.
Have me a telescope, I never see the stuff coming. We don't need confirmation on our love from our horoscope. Say the word and I'll come running. I'm on my way. With no delay, I follow like a girl all the way. Let them talk and say what they want to say. We know that love is here to stay. Can't nobody love you like I do, like I do, like I do. Can't nobody love you
Like I do, you do. You do. We need to go over here. Nope, not there. The reason that I have this open is because of the stupid interface. I hate interfaces. Like, I hate using interfaces. But this is 100% the correct use case of an interface. Username is not a string. When I'm doing join game, I'm doing it on username. But I shouldn't. Should I do it on game ID? I think I should do it on user ID, not on username. It's fine to do it on username for now, because I do have it as a unique, and I believe unique automatically makes it a foreign key. But I'm using the user ID in the complex key. And again, the user, if everything works the way I expect it to, the user ID will be part of the header, so. Yeah. So that works. The status check fails. Thank you. I do not have GoFund on the Neo formatter, so it just breaks every time. Add user to game is undefined. What do you mean it's undefined? No, it's not. Oh. It is undefined because GitHub Copilot put the wrong thing. Yay, GitHub Copilot. Yeah. Sorry, I had to put my phone back on Twitch so that I get the inflated views. Add user to game. Oh, and now I have to go fix my tests. Because now my structs fail. Gotta love all the boilerplate that happens when you build tests, cause tests are stupid, but everybody's got to have them, cause if you don't your code will break, and my code breaks all the time when I don't have tests. That is called the COVID test song? I hope you appreciated it, because I have COVID and I just sang a song about writing tests. I hate writing tests, but on more than one instance, tests have saved my behind. So you gotta love them and hate them at the same time, cause tests are the worst and the best all at once, cause tests are the best and the worst. Oh, I have to add my routes up here, or else it doesn't count, and the test won't work. Nope, not there. Here. The test didn't even call anything, so I have to add the things to my router. This thing. Should I just not worry about calling my tests? Should I just let my test fail? No, I won't. I'll add this. Oh, now my nose itches. Because I have a COVID nose! COVID. I've got COVID and it sucks. I've got a lot of COVID and it sucks. but I do not have any symptoms unless I'm on Twitch. Then my throat hurts because I sing the songs and they make my throat hurt. And I talk a lot and it makes my throat hurt. Yeah, it's the COVID songs, oh yeah. It's the COVID songs, oh yeah. So, I have never tested positive for COVID before yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I ever tested positive for COVID. What does that mean? I don't know. Does that mean I have COVID? Yes. I tested positive today. I definitely have COVID. I had... the only symptom I have had is congestion. Like, that is it. And some mild coughing. But that's it. I've only had congestion. Like, I haven't had a headache. I haven't had a sore throat. I haven't been coughing. And, like, these are... I don't even have bad congestion. Like, colds. Upper respiratory infections, which is a cold, which is what I get all the time, hit me harder than COVID has hit me. Whatever strain of COVID I have. So I'm counting my lucky stars. GI symptoms? I'm sorry. Like I said, I have like no symptoms. There you go. This is supposed to be this. So I took 2 days off work, yesterday and today, because I've tested positive for COVID. 2 times. But since I feel fine, I just am working on this instead of working on work. Because Tesco doesn't really need me that bad for 2 days. They'll survive without me for 2 days. My stance is, if you're working for a fully remote company, you have to draw boundaries. And one of the boundaries that I have is that if I wouldn't go into the office, I shouldn't work. Testing positive for COVID, I would not go into the office. They would be like, stay home. You'll infect us all. And so, if I, therefore I shouldn't work. Simple as that. And if they have a problem with it, they can tell me, but Tailscale's really cool, they won't have a problem with it. I even took the days off in Bamboo, and we have an unlimited sick day, so we'll be fine. Copy, paste, test, boilerplate. We're gonna want also the game ID check test. No other. Username empty, yes. Copy and paste all your tests. Copy and paste all your tests. This is status okay again. Test no game ID. At some point I should probably add tests for the username, but whatever. I also still have all of my taste and smell. So I basically maybe my body is just I'm one of those knock on wood moments, right? Maybe I just have a super body that's immune to COVID, and I'll just die to the common cold. You know? Because, like, when I get a cold, I stay up all night coughing. And I don't have a cough, so that's fine. No. This doesn't matter. It should fail before that. Yeah, status bed request. So I like to put the fail router in here and test for 500. Over 200 fails. And this could be anything from the user already exists to the user already exists to the, I guess to there's too many users. Cool. Add user to game. What's wrong with my add user to game? It should be a string. It should be a string. Oh, interesting. Add user to game is an int64. But right here, the game ID is not. So, I wonder if they have like an int or something. Okay, they don't. So we'll just transform it. I should be able to do a format though. Parse int, what I want. It's still a base 10, but parse int returns an int 64. So. Base 10 and 64. That base 10 shouldn't be a string. That does have to be a number. Anything more complicated, I'd have to use a hash map. I always get a little freaked out when my CEO responds to my Twitter posts. So I have started to I have to differentiate my CEO between Avery the CEO and Avery the engineer, depending on the conversation. Our company's still small enough to do that. But it helps me take him as not scary sometimes. We can't overload variables, so that's fine. No new variables on the side of 105? Oh, there's not. I can, it's not a string. If somebody thinks it's a string, then they've broken something. It's a int 64 there. It's an int 64 there. So, you know. The end. Make game path is unused. It shouldn't be. Right here, when I do the response. Oh, it should be game ID and make game path game ID. What's the comp like at Tailscale? That's a great question that I don't know how to answer. We literally just went through a very big like comp thing. It's not like an overhaul, but like an audit with an outside firm to make sure that we were paying fairly everywhere. Undeclared make game path. Make game path. Oh, it's s.make game path. Yeah. So like, according to this outside company, we have very fair pay for like, not there. For everyone, I think we're getting to the point where we're gonna like start posting pay bands on the job postings. That's what they're called. So like that's kind of where we're at. But for me, like essentially I asked for a number that I thought would have people in Utah would have fought against and tried to go lower, and they were just like, yeah, whatever. So like in my opinion, they are very fair of what I think my skill set is, and that's good. They do not do location. Oh yes, I mean, yeah, that's definitely what they're making. Whatever you define senior as. We have a lot of ex-Googlers who work there. And they're not complaining about how much money they're making, so if that helps. A lot of their employees live in the Bay Area, and they seem to be doing alright. Like, they have houses. And we don't do location-based pay, so... So I think that's pretty average. Like I said, we should I think the goal was to publish pay bans. Audit. I typed audit somewhere when I was typing out loud. You know, when you're thinking something and then you type it. There we go. Game ID. That's a good salary. That's more money. Are you doing consulting or something? You said your business. Do you have your own consulting business? Cause that seems about fair. The only thing that anyway, they do have some kind of weird stock option thing that's thrown in there. That unless you're a CTO, that sounds like a good. Cannot use string value 64 as a string value. You can't. No, that is correct. You own a few SaaS products in the marketing space. Nice. So are you just sitting on I don't. Nice. Yeah, I mean your dollar probably stretches a whole lot farther than it would in Utah. That should still be a string. This should be an int 64. And this should be a D. Does it show my youth or naivety when I say or that I can't comprehend making that much money? So nice. Yeah, I know somebody's trying to do that kind of a thing. Well, if you build something that's sustainable, then you really don't have you can just copy paste a lot of things. So I totally get it. Yeah, I just can't comprehend making that much money. But I think that's because I'm 29 and don't make that much money. And yeah, it's something you definitely need to have experience on. Oh, dang it. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that that's the opposite life you're living now. Sometimes that gives you a little bit more of a drive. Sometimes it perpetuates a cycle, and other times it yeah, you can actually retire instead of working when you're 75 like my parents. Okay, so everything seems to be working so far. Add user to game. I already have the tests for that, right? Yeah. Oh, you're 32? Dang it. Then you definitely don't comprehend making that much money. I get it. I also do not see myself making that much money at 32, so be fine. I can be happy how that. But then if Tailscale explodes, then my stocks could be worth a ton of money and then I'll be rich, so. Let's just stick with the age ain't nothing but a number, right? This is my 2-minute warning for those ads. A minute 30 worth of ads, 2-minute warning. It means it's been 30 minutes since the last time. That means I've almost been streaming for 4 hours. Usually that's about my limit. But I'm kind of having fun, so we'll see how long until I tap out. Yeah, I mean, I've been very successful at working for startups. So Palo Alto, Cisco, they're bleeding talent and customers. We seem to think OpenVPN is our biggest customer because we have a lot of success poaching OpenVPN customers. But I agree. I think big VPNs are a big, just because they own so much of the market. But security is an interesting space, and as long as people keep being vulnerable, there's always a market. And we don't have, I don't know. I mean, and Tailscale's only 4 years old, so we've got a long way to go before. Where is my cursor? We've got a long way to go before we actually hit anything. Which I guess is good. Gives me lots of time to vest my stocks and exercise and whatever garbage you have to do when you work at startups. Learn about stocks, talk to a financial advisor about my money. Yeah, I should do that eventually. Okay, finishing my tests. Okay, that should be good. I figured out I wasn't actually testing any of my stuff. And then I need to add these here. And I will be adding 3 of them. So it's going to be more like update. Join game. And join game. Ooh, I do. Hiring is where all of the links are. Oh, ads are starting soon. I do not remember what we've had posted, but I know for a fact we're still doing. We've got security engineers. Know for a fact we've got security engineers. 42 minutes of no pre-roll ads. I don't know what I titled these. Oh! We do not have a referral bonus yet. So, while I'm here, my last company, where Weave, had an amazing referral bonus policy. It was super generous. They gave, and they did it by roll. I'm typing somewhere and I don't know where I'm typing. So essentially, what we've did, they I don't want to do that either. They gave if anybody you referred got hired that was a software engineer, they gave you $5,000. They hired almost exclusively through recruiters, and they were paying a percentage on recruiters, and so they're like, yeah, $5,000 for a referral, and so like people would get like I got 3 referrals when I was there, so it's like it was a super generous policy, and it was very effective. And towards the end, it actually started getting decent diversity. At the beginning, it was horrible for diversity hires. And I told them that. I said, guys, if you stick exclusively to referrals and all of your employees are men, you're only going to get referred men. Like, I'm sorry. This is Utah. Men aren't friends with women in Utah. And so, but eventually, I did get a couple referrals hired. It took a minute, but I got her done. And sometimes they extended offers, and my referral was like, sorry, I make more money somewhere else. And I'm like, well, at least people know that I refer good to other people. Fail start, no game ID. Is this... Oh, I didn't do join. This is... Okay. So this should be fail join, no game ID. Yes. You're like, girl, and it's like, how did you get married? Like, you had to talk to them at some point. And it's like the opposite. I've never been awkward around men. So, it's like, yeah. Seriously. Start game. Pass join game. Okay, it was empty game ID. My mom introduced us. We bonded over Disney. Okay, you're honestly hitting the nail on the head. Join. No game ID. So accurate. Bond over Disney? How do you bond over Disney? I mean, I bond over Lord of the Rings, but nobody else likes Lord of the Rings as much as I do, I promise you that. I also don't date, so... Is it fail, join, fail? What? I don't need fail twice. Accurate. I was in San Francisco last week, which is where I got COVID, for the RSA conference, because I was working the Tailscale booth because I volunteered, which I shouldn't have done, because then I wouldn't have gotten Talvid, but whatever. I guarantee you're wrong. Nobody likes Lord of the Rings as much as I do. Somebody likes Lord of the Rings as much as I do. I just don't go talk to people about it. Anyway, so I was at San Francisco, and over and over again, something would come up, and I'd be like, it's not that way in Utah, but Utah has a weird subculture. It's like, Utah tech has a weird subculture. Utah everything has a weird subculture. It doesn't really relate to much anything else. Like, even Colorado is so different. The drama with the CEO with the clickbait boot, I heard about it, but I didn't, like, follow it up. I tried to avoid most of RSA except for the literal, no game ID, except for what I was doing. No. Utah has, Two countercultures? Yes. It does have two counterculture, two subcultures. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I was trying to be like, they're like, bros don't have kids. I'm like, come to Utah. Bros have kids. The broiest bros in Utah all have 4 kids, so it's a weird subculture. Especially the sales bros. Fail, join DB. Fail, join no game ID. Fail, pass, add user. Pass, it should be join game. Did I get rid of all the start ones? No. Okay. Ooh. Nice. I'll have to check out that subreddit. I need to spend more time on Reddit. That's my problem, is I don't spend enough time on Reddit. Not that that can be a problem, but I feel like my level of nerd, which I definitely have a high one. Test pass, join game. Yes. Test pass, no. Game ID. Yes. Test fail, join game DB. Isn't that correct? I'm just gonna have to, like, copy and paste. Because... identical. Wait, I should see if I got it right this time before I copy paste. Oh, I did! Go test. Handler. Wrong status code 404, 1 out of 500. 404? Not found? That means that it was calling an endpoint that didn't exist. With Rufio? Who's Rufio? Can you send me a link to who that is? I would love to co-stream. Also, I feel like I have a different energy with COVID than I don't otherwise. Also, my drink is empty. 4 hours and 2 minutes. And counting? 4 hours and 2 minutes and counting. Oh. What do you mean? No, I was supposed to save that. Ooh, failed to get username from the database. Which it was supposed to error. That's good that they all passed. Dev streamer. I didn't know there was a dev streamer in Utah. Well, people don't. People don't stream in Utah? Good, I'll have to reach out to her. Full Stack JS. Cool. That's awesome. And I can get her to use them. Josh Fluke? Well, I don't want to... If you say he's cringe, then we'll just ignore him.
I was trying to look back. I'm just trying to move in the shadows. Yesterday, tomorrow. I'm searching for a way.
There's a couple other Well, immediately with the Vim proselytizing, I mean, Vim's the best for a reason. Yeah, there's a couple people who've streamed. I know Matt Holt lives out here, and he's tried his hand on streaming on YouTube, which is not as cool as Twitch. AJ was doing it, but I forget AJ's last name, but I never watched his streams. I don't watch a lot of streams, that's another problem. Add, oh, this should be server, and then database, add game functionality, and sign it, because that's what you do when you're a good developer. Oh, I didn't add any of that? I'm on a roll. This is the closest you get to co-working. There are some people that just straight up stream on Vim and it's like exclusively co-working. I talk too much for that. So, that's my problem. I'm constantly talking, so it doesn't work. But I enjoy people on chat that entertain me. How warm is it outside? 78 degrees. Goodness. It's really warm. Okay, so what was the next one? Leave game. Ooh. I don't know how to leave a game. I don't think there is this way we have it set up would actually have a leave game. Because basically you just are added to the game and like you could just stop playing. And you can play multiple games at once. So, well, now I'm getting hungry. Does that mean it's time to stop streaming if I'm hungry and I need to go to the bathroom and I don't have any more drinks? I don't know. Yeah, we will call it a day, and I have other stuff to do. I'll probably still work on this, just from the couch. So, we'll have that. I don't think Leave will be the next one. I think Game Summary should be the next one, and then we can just return the entire payload for a game. So yeah. Let's wrap that up. Hopefully I work tomorrow, and if I do, I won't stream, but I need to get more work done on this, so we'll definitely be on more. Join me on Discord for more notifications, and then always follow and sub. Thank you so much.